I warn you, Harry, you may have walked back into my presence, but I will not forget the damage done. It was not a surrender, nor a softening of the crown. It was a father meeting his son. Nothing more, nothing less. The monarchy cannot be reshaped by interviews, memoirs, or whispers from abroad. Meghan, I know the words you spoke before that meeting. You told Harry to doubt me, to guard his heart, to question whether reconciliation was sincere. That advice clung to him like a shadow. Yet reconciliation cannot exist where suspicion is nurtured, and truth cannot thrive when guided by grievance. So hear this warning clearly. If both of you, Harry and Meghan, continue to trade loyalty for publicity, continue to set spectacle above family, then you will find no place within these walls. The crown is not a stage for bitterness. It is an institution of duty and discipline, and I will defend it even against those bound to me by blood. If you seek healing, come forward with truth. If you choose division, understand, I will protect the monarchy first, and I will not hesitate.
Which lucky tattoo matches your birth month? If you're born in January, your lucky tattoo is the crown. It represents leadership, power, and independence. A crown shows your strength to guide, protect, and achieve greatness. This tattoo inspires you to embrace responsibility, honor your inner royalty, and move forward with courage to claim the destiny meant for you. If you're born in February, your lucky tattoo is the heart. It symbolizes love, compassion, and kindness. A heart reflects your caring spirit, emotional depth, and strong connections with others. This tattoo reminds you to embrace affection, spread positivity, and follow your heart's true desires while cherishing the people who bring joy into your life. If you're born in March, your lucky tattoo is the lotus. It represents purity, growth, and spiritual awakening. A lotus blooms even in muddy waters, reflecting your resilience and ability to rise above challenges. This tattoo inspires you to embrace transformation, trust your inner wisdom, and grow gracefully into the light of new beginnings. Comment below your birth month and see your lucky tattoo.
A long time ago, there was a princess named Lisa, who was born into a fortune of gold and silver mountains, and was deeply loved by her parents. She bathed in a golden tub, and even the water that came out was like diamonds. Yet all this wealth couldn't make her happy. Lisa often wondered why she could never feel content, why she couldn't be like her brother, who felt joyful just playing those silly rich people's games. She asked Bart in confusion, didn't he ever get even a little tired of this kind of wealthy life? But Bart said that everyone's glory fades someday, so of course you should enjoy the moment while you can. But obviously, Lisa didn't agree with that idea, so she went to find the royal advisor, hoping he could guide her in the right direction. The advisor handed Lisa a telescope. Maybe the stars in the sky can give you the answer. After looking at the quiet sky, Lisa turned her gaze to the common people on the ground. These children had nothing at all, so why were they living so happily? In that moment, Lisa suddenly understood. Maybe wealth had clouded her mind, making her overlook the things that truly mattered. After returning to the palace, Lisa made a bold decision. She gave up the wealth and status right in front of her, took off her fancy clothes, and disguised herself as a poor boy. With just herself and a horse, she traveled across the entire country looking for wise people. But these so-called scholars were no different from Bart. In order to find true peace in her heart, Lisa climbed over mountains, crossed plains, and visited many places. Finally, she sat down under a Bodhi tree to meditate and practice. Time flew by. Years passed in the blink of an eye. Lisa sat cross-legged in the same spot without moving. The horse that had come with her fell in love, had foals, and eventually became a whole herd. Even the bear that came to get honey was influenced, and sat cross-legged under the tree with Lisa. A man passing by saw a business opportunity, and immediately set up a stall, calling it the Crazy Princess Viewing Area. No one knew how much time had passed, when suddenly a blue light appeared in the sky. Lisa opened her third eye, and finally achieved complete enlightenment. But in the end, all of this was just Lisa's imagination.
Did you notice that with just one move, Prince William diffused Trump's humiliation of the royal family? When greeting, Trump held Kate's hand longer than etiquette allows. To maintain decorum, William chose to stay silent. What drew even more attention was Melania's outfit. She wore a sharply cut coat with a noticeable bulge on the back, sparking speculation that it was a specially designed bulletproof vest. What truly enraged William, however, was the moment of inspecting the royal guard. As King Charles was about to step forward, Trump boldly took the lead and walked ahead of the king as if he were the British monarch himself. Watching from a distance, William's anger was already ignited. But at the banquet, William bore no grudge and displayed the grace and demeanor befitting a future monarch. As Melania walked towards her seat with some stiffness, it was Prince William who stepped forward, gently pulled out her chair, and politely whispered a greeting. Without accusation or confrontation, William defended the dignity of the royal family with a proper act of chivalry. Do you admire such a William?
The Simpsons shows 3 days of darkness, coming to America on the 23rd of September due to rapture. All electricity in America goes out at the same time. Every light, TV, and computer stops working completely. Cell phones die and can't be charged again. Cars won't start because their electronics are dead. ATM machines shut down so people can't get money. Traffic lights go dark and cause crashes everywhere. Hospitals lose power and sick people are in danger. The whole country becomes dark and quiet. Everyone wonders if the rapture is about to happen. Church people say this darkness was written in the Bible. They tell everyone this happens before Jesus returns to earth. Some people pray all day asking God for forgiveness. Others read Bible verses by candlelight about end times. People gather in churches even though they're dark inside. Food in refrigerators starts going bad without electricity. People run out of candles and flashlight batteries. Water stops flowing because pumps need electricity to work. Sick people in hospitals start dying without life support machines. People fight over the last bottles of water in stores. Some people break into stores looking for food. What do you think of this prediction? And follow for
Trump
more.
would be the victim of a heart attack in public during the 20th of September 2025, and The Simpsons seem to have predicted it years in advance. In a long-forgotten episode, Trump is seen delivering a speech in New York. At first, he appears confident, but his voice suddenly falters. He clutches his chest and begins to sweat heavily. Lisa, watching from the living room, remarks, "This doesn't look good." Suddenly, the crowd rises in confusion. Trump attempts to push through, but collapses mid-sentence. Chaos erupts across the venue, and Kent Brockman interrupts the broadcast with a special report. Moments later, an ambulance races through the streets of New York. Inside, Dr. Hibbert silently studies the test results. His expression darkens as he states, "Silent heart attack." At the hospital, Homer mutters, "He's not coming back from this." Finally, a newspaper headline fades in. Trump removed following sudden collapse. For a brief instant, a shadowy figure is seen exiting Trump's office. The head of security gives chase, but the figure vanishes. The next morning, the case is closed. It's revealed that the heart attack had been triggered by poison discreetly slipped into his glass of water. Comment and follow to discuss
The
that
Simpsons predicted that in 2026, a virus named HMPV could start in China. In their story, the infection spread very fast across Springfield. People began to feel sick with sore throats, fevers that didn't go away, heavy coughing that kept them up at night, body pains so bad that even Homer stayed home from work, and strong headaches that made Lisa put her books aside. Dr. Hibbert had to check patients outside in the parking lot because the hospital was already full. Once again, schools were shut down, people had to work from their homes, everyone was required to wear masks again. Still, the people of Springfield tried to adjust to the situation. Kids played games through their windows, neighbors talked to each other from a distance, Homer tried cooking, Bart started doing homework because of boredom, and Marge made masks with funny patterns. But the toughest part for everyone was staying indoors. Do you think this kind of prediction could ever come true? Share your thoughts in the comments. When God and Satan made Aries, God said, "Let's make a soul that's unstoppable, bold, loud, the kind that doesn't wait for permission, they just do." Satan smirked. Cool, but let's forget to add patience. God gave them courage, the kind that leads armies and protects the ones they love without hesitation. Satan added a temper that sparks faster than Wi-Fi and an ego that doesn't believe in losing ever. Then God gave them loyalty, the kind that will ride for you, fight for you, burn down the world. If someone messes with you, Satan gave them the need to always be right, even when they're wrong, especially when they're wrong. God said there'll be a fire starter for good, a light in the darkness. Satan said there will be a fire hazard on Monday and a motivational speaker on Tuesday. God gave them love, raw, intense, all in or nothing. Satan gave them a soft heart that hides behind sarcasm, and when Aries opened their eyes, they didn't cry. They yelled and then said, "So who's in charge here?"
আমাদের সাথে যদি যুদ্ধ করতে চান আধা ঘন্টা টিকতে পারবেন না।
The Simpsons predicted that Trump would face a major health crisis in 2025. In season 31, Springfield hosts the World Power Summit. Trump descends from a gold helicopter, cameras flashing. As he steps onto the runway, his legs look swollen. An aide reaches out to help. He refuses. Marge, watching on TV, mutters, "He's walking like Grandpa after bingo night." He waves to the crowd. Bulging veins snake down his calves. His knuckles, orange, waxy, unnatural. Inside the stadium, he grips the mic. His hand trembles. The aide rushes forward again. Trump swats him away, forcing a pained smile. Homer, finishing a hot dog, grumbles, "This speech better end before my nap does." Under the bright lights, Trump's face turns ghostly pale. He collapses. Gasps echo through the stadium. Security hesitates, then finally rushes him away. At Springfield General, wheelchairs squeal around corners. Nurses whisper behind clipboards. One drops a vial, another locks a door. Dr. Hibbert studies the scans, frowning. He turns to the staff and murmurs. A nurse nods, writing, "Chronic venous insufficiency." Later, his hospital room stands empty. The chart is missing. On the floor, only his shoe remains. Follow for more chilling Simpsons predictions.
Atención, si quieres que la suerte llegue a tu vida, tienes que compartir este video, comentar la palabra suerte y dejar un gran corazón. Los Simpson ya lo hicieron y tú qué esperas. Imagina por un momento que la suerte no es casualidad, sino un ciclo que se activa con lo que decides hacer. En un episodio poco recordado, los Simpson mostraron a Homero participando en un concurso donde debía repetir una palabra mágica para atraer fortuna. Y lo increíble es que al final terminaba ganando sin esperarlo. Lo curioso es que esa escena hoy cobra un nuevo sentido. Millones de personas en redes aseguran que al compartir mensajes positivos y comentar palabras poderosas como suerte, algo en su vida comienza a cambiar, desde recibir noticias inesperadas hasta encontrar oportunidades que parecían imposibles. Lisa lo dijo en el capítulo con su tono reflexivo: la suerte se mueve con quienes creen en ella, y quizá por eso tantos están convencidos de que dejar un gran corazón en este momento no es un simple gesto, es abrirle la puerta a la buena fortuna. La pregunta es, ¿seguirás viendo cómo otros atraen lo que desean o vas a intentarlo tú también? La persona que comente más suerte tendrá buenas noticias más tarde.